So our top story of this bulletin is about the drug death link that has come from some of the deleted chats that have been now retrieved. India Today has accessed some of these chats of Rhea Chakrabarti from 2017, 2019 and 2020 that point towards a possible drug angle link. Now, one, there is a 2017 message of Rhea Chakrabarti to one Gaurav Arya that says that I quote here, "In case we speak about hard drugs, I have not done many," unquote. The chat revolving around synthetic psychotropic drug by the name of MDMA, which is commonly also called ecstasy and is used in rave party circles, where it is also used as a recreational drug. In the chat, Rhea is asking Gaurav Arya if MD was available. In November 2019, this is where she had met Sushant Singh Rajput. She's interacting with one Jaya Saha. She's a talent manager. She messages Rhea, and I quote here, "Add 4 drops in coffee or tea or water and let him sip it. Give it 30 to 40 minutes to kick in," unquote. Then in April 2020 chat, Samuel Miranda, who's the manager of Sushant Singh Rajput, informed Rhea that, in quote, "stuff has got over." He asks Rhea if they should get more from her brother Shoubik Chakrabarti's friend, who just had hash and buds. This even as Rhea Chakrabarti is claiming via her lawyer that she never used drugs in her life and is ready for any medical test anytime. But after these chats, which are clearly explosive in nature and are referring to an illegal side as well, Sushant's sister Shweta has demanded strict CBI action against her, calling it a criminal offence.
Now, if what has been disclosed is correct, then this is actually banned drug. Now, if it is banned drug, then firstly, this will lead to definitely abetment to suicide as well as murder, either of the two. And lastly, there will be a Narcotics Control Bureau issue also, because then who are the suppliers? They will also have to be arrested. So definitely the scope of these proceedings will widen quite substantially. And I feel that now the matter is getting very, very serious. And hopefully some very major breakthrough should come from the CBI.
So for all the latest on this big explosive story, I am now joined by Munish Pandey. He's at the CBI office because that's where also the questionings are taking place. Munish, first, these are standalone chats. So these are not conversations immediately linked. There are different time frames as well. How will this possibly be put together to explore the drug angle, which is very serious, which is illegal in nature, can mean serious trouble for Rhea Chakrabarti?
Yeah, of course, Pooja, as far as the investigation by the CBI is concerned, earlier it was only limited to abetment of suicide and 7 other charges. But now this drug angle is also being probed by the Central Bureau of Investigation, and timing is very important because in 2017, the first chat is about 2017 before meeting Sushant Singh Rajput, and then the other chats are 2019 and 2020 when she was with Sushant Singh Rajput. Now there are 2 separate aspects to this entire case. One is the criminal investigation by CBI in the death of Sushant Singh Rajput. Whether there was any drug connection in death of Sushant Singh Rajput or not, that will be probed. The separate probe will be about Rhea's drug connection, Rhea's drug dealings, and why she was talking about drug dealings in 2017, 2019 and 2020. We have been given to understand is that there was a meeting of Narcotics Control Bureau senior officials with the director of NCB, Mr. Rakesh Asthana, and in that meeting it has been decided that they will be filing a separate case against Rhea Chakrabarti, Shoubik Chakrabarti and others who are part of that conversation. The case might be filed very soon. Apart from that, they will be probing this entire drug angle of Rhea Chakrabarti and other people in the case. But also, what will be crucial, that CBI will be probing whether this drug connection has anything to do with Sushant Singh Rajput or not. And also, this drug dealing is only about Rhea Chakrabarti, or she was buying drugs for Sushant Singh Rajput or someone else. These are going to be very crucial for the investigation. Samuel Miranda and Neeraj, 2 people who have already come on record in Mumbai's police, when they recorded the statement. Now CBI yesterday killed Neeraj, the cook of Sushant Singh Rajput, and Samuel Miranda. And we have been given to understand is that the CBI also asked them questions about the drug dealings of Sushant Singh Rajput and Rhea Chakrabarti.
Munish, let's get one thing very clear. Why are we putting out these chats, which many would say is very personal interaction? It is because these are clearly illegal substances that were being discussed, and if proven of consumption or dealing, can clearly mean an imprisonment or perhaps a serious sentence.
Yeah, of course, Ria, of course, Pooja, and Ria is someone who has been chatting in 2017, 2019 and 2020. And as I pointed earlier, there are two aspects. One is the drug connection of Ria Chakravarti, and there might be a separate investigation by NCB in regards to that. And why these are important? Because Ria has been booked by the CBI for abetment of suicide in Sushant Singh death case. Now, when Ria Chakravarti's these chats were surfaced, and remember, these chats were deleted from Ria Chakravarti's phone. Now, ED got the possession of Ria's phone data, and then they retrieved, and these evidence have been shared with CBI and of course with the Narcotics Control Bureau. So this becomes very important. These might be in these chats might be personal in nature, but why these are under scanner? Because we are talking about MDMA, we are talking about weed, we are talking about hash, and all these three are banned substances under Narcotics Prevention Act by the NCB and even by the Central Bureau of Investigation. So these banned substances, even if the person is found consuming, then the person has to go into rehabilitation. If they have bought ever more than 1 gram of MDMA or hash, then there is a separate provisions for that, and that is why this becomes very important. Also, you can see the CBI officials here. Pooja, these are the live visuals. The CBI officials, this is a car, and this person has again come before the Central Bureau of Investigation. We are yet to identify who this person is, but certainly he is connected to Sushant Singh death case, and these are the live visuals on India Today. We are showing that one more person will now be grilled by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Already 2 teams are out for field operations, and now this person has again joined. So CBI is moving very fast in this case.
Munish, who was he in the frame? Was he Siddharth Pithani or the cook Neeraj?
Well, Pooja, we are still to identify who this person is, but we have been given to understand that this person is connected to Sushant Singh death case probe.
All right, that's interesting. So we had that visual coming on our screen just in time. The fact that the questioning is continuing, and why is it important is people could be now again are being called. So there is repeated questioning that's taking place. Stay on with me, Munish, because this drug angle is significant. It's not just about consumption. Is it also about, was it being administered to somebody and not as a medicinal purpose? India Today has now accessed another WhatsApp exchange, which is quite different and also brings in more clarity. This is between Ria Chakrabarti and Sushant's former manager, Shruti Modi. This provides more details on the angle and possibly links it to the death case. These are messages indicating that Ria Chakravarti was trying to get Sushant Singh Rajput to quit weed that he may have been having and instead start taking medicines. This chat is barely from few months ago, which is January 2020, this year itself. In these chats, a part of which is on your screen, Shruti Modi is telling Ria that Sushant is seeking help and treatment. She also informs Ria that Sushant has to completely stop weed and that he has promised to quit it since yesterday. So I'm going to go back to Munish Pandey for that. Munish, do you think at least this conversation does make it easier for Ria, if at all? This can become her defense that there was something going on, that he was into substances and that she was trying to get him out of it, get him into medicines and treatment. Because for now it seems the hole is being dug deeper for Ria Chakravarti for sure.
Pooja, this is going to be very interesting as you pointed out. But remember, for 2019 and 2020 chats, she can say that this was for Sushant Singh Rajput and he was getting treatment. There were some withdrawal symptoms and that is why she was buying drugs, or she was asking someone for drugs. That is still to be proved. But also there is one chat in 2017 when she was not even in touch with Sushant Singh Rajput. They only met in 2019. So what explanations she will give for the 2019 WhatsApp chat, that is going to be very interesting. But in NDPS Act or even for the Central Bureau of Investigation, one thing is very clear, that here is a person who is a prime accused in a murder, in a death case of Sushant Singh Rajput, and that person is talking about drugs. Whether she was buying or she was taking or she was asking someone for some other person, maybe Sushant Singh Rajput or someone else, that is part of investigation. But it will be very difficult for Riya Chakravarti to satisfy investigative agencies that it was not for her, it was for someone else. And because she was in direct communication with those persons, it's a very serious trouble for Riya Chakravarti in coming days.
Munish, one final question to you. How does this change the scope of investigation? Till now, the CBI was focusing on whether it was a financial angle, mental health issues, if there was any problem of which he was taking treatment with the doctors. Then suddenly comes a very serious illegal drug angle as well, which will be explored. Do you think this completely changes or adds another dimension to this completely mysterious death case?
Pooja, remember, this case has come to CBI after 2 months.
Yes.
And there is no possibility for the CBI to find any new evidence. And, they are relying on circumstantial evidence, the evidence shared by Mumbai Police, the evidence shared by the Enforcement Directorate, and whatever they have gone through these statements and they are recording the statements. This is going to be interesting only because now this angle has come only 2 days back. ED got in touch with the CBI day before yesterday evening, and we were the first one to break that story, and finally they gave some evidence regarding this drug connection. Now why this will become important? Because there is one allegation by the family that after Sushant Singh Rajput came in touch with Riya Chakravarti, he started behaving very differently. Sushant was in control of Riya Chakravarti, that is what they have alleged, and also there is one allegation that she was giving overdose of drugs. So this will be something which might be, for the CBI or the NCB or the ED to probe. But what CBI is maintaining at this point of time is that because they have to rely on circumstantial evidence, initial 4 days was only about 13
I think what is more
14.
important here,
Yesterday
Munish, is
that
when Riya
their probe.
Chakrabarti gets the summon, she will have to be very strong with her defense, because if there is this illegal substance being referred to, this could mean serious trouble. Stay on with me, Munish, because what has happened since then? Narcotics Control Bureau has now taken and got all the documents related to the drug angle probe in Sushant Singh Rajput case. The Narcotics Bureau, which was nowhere in the picture till now, but has come because of these chats, is analyzing documents. They will then take a call by today evening whether to register a criminal case or initiate a preliminary inquiry, and that perhaps likely in just a few hours from now. The Narcotics Bureau had earlier said it is not in a hurry to question Riya Chakrabarti over the drug angle and is waiting for the CBI first to conclude their quizzing. Remember, that also has not happened for now. Director of Narcotics Control Bureau Rakesh Asthana will hold another meeting with the Bureau officials today evening. The Bureau will then probe suspected links to drug dealers and dealings in bad substances and narcotics. Talent manager Jaya Saha, as you saw in one of these chats with Riya over references to some drugs, has meanwhile been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate. The drug angle emerged after ED probing financial analysis shared phone data dump analysis of Riya Chakrabarti's phone with the CBI. So this has clearly led to political reactions as well. Listen into that first.
कौन ऐसे फिल्म जगत के बड़े लोग हैं जो अब भी ड्रग्स ले रहे हैं? उद्योग जगत के कौन से वे लोग हैं जो ड्रग्स ले रहे हैं? खुलेआम मुंबई में अगर ड्रग्स बिक रहा है तो महाराष्ट्र की सरकार कर क्या रही है? गत 2 महीने से महाराष्ट्र की सरकार सुशांत सिंह राजपूत के मामले में केस नहीं दर्ज करना चाह रही थी, ना ही इस मामले को सीबीआई को सौंपना चाह रही थी। क्या मंशा थी? क्या महाराष्ट्र की सरकार उन ड्रग्स माफियों को बचाना चाह रही थी?
देखिए, पहले भी हम कहे थे कि रिया चक्रवर्ती एक्टर नहीं है, वो उसका क्रिमिनल गैंग है। आज जो व्हाट्सएप चैट आया है उसमें ड्रग माफिया से मिलना, ड्रग डीलर से इनका संबंध, कैसे एक अपने दोस्त को बोल रहे ड्रॉप से डालो, उसका मजा देखो क्या है। तो ये क्या साबित कर, अब तो पहले क्रिमिनल गैंग था, अब तो ड्रग माफिया भी है।
Because we are trying to understand all aspects here, I want to go back to Munish Pandey, who also got us part of this investigation as well. Munish, why I realize this could be very serious, because this is not just about getting drugs. It's also about where did you get the drugs from? If it is illegal, these are banned substances. Clearly, these people would have been in touch with the dealers to have got access via somebody. So this could be a long trail and could just push the dimension of the investigation to another level.
Pooja, this is a very open secret in Bollywood that consumption of drug is something which is very common. And everyone knows, right from police to the Bollywood personalities. Everyone knows, but no one has ever, came on record. But now after this angle, the Riaz drug connection, now this will already, this will be probed by the, I think, Mumbai police or by the Central Bureau of Investigation. The CBI scope is very less. They will be only focusing on Riya Chakravarti. But NCB is a national agency for anti-narcotics operations, and they can widen their probe on Bollywood personalities. And Pooja, even I have covered so many rave parties in Mumbai. There were celebrities.
Stay on with me. Advocate Vishal Singh is speaking right now. I'll just come back to you. Listen into what he's saying about this.
इस तरह का इतना बड़ा स्टेप उठाएंगे, इसलिए परिवार, चूंकि वो बड़े आदमी थे, उम्र भी 34 साल की उम्र थी उनकी, तो एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि वो अपने, और कहते भी थे बार बार कि मैं अपना संभाल लूंगा सारा, तो परिवार को बड़ा उम्मीद था और उनको खाली काउंसलिंग करते थे कि भाई इन लोगों से अलग हो जाओ और अपनी जिंदगी जिस तरह से तुम्हारी चल रही थी 2019 तक उसी तरह से चलाओ, क्योंकि बुलंदी पे थे बिल्कुल, सारी पिक्चर उनके हिट हो रहे थे। तो इसलिए बड़ा दुख हुआ जब इस तरह से लास्ट में उन्होंने ऐसा बड़ा कदम उठा लिया। अगर कहीं परिवार को यह पता होता कि ऐसा भी कदम उठा लेंगे तो जरूर हस्तक्षेप बहुत पहले कर देते।
तो ये आप लोगों को भी लग रहा है कि ये कदम उठाया या किसी ने इसके अंदर कोई साजिश है?
देखिए, दो मोटिव हो सकता है, जो अगर मेरा पर्सनल व्यू लीजिए तो एक तो मोटिव हो सकता है कि अगर रिया को किसी ने प्लांट किया हो कि उनको खत्म करने के लिए, क्योंकि ये सब भी बॉलीवुड में बहुत होता है, और खास करके ऐसे आदमी के साथ ज्यादा आसानी से होता है जो थोड़ा सा गलीबल हो, जो बातों में जल्दी से आ जाए। या दूसरा था कि चाहती थी इनको यूज करना, जो एफआईआर में है, यूज करने के लिए मानसिक कंट्रोल बहुत जरूरी था। तो इस्तेमाल करते करते और मानसिक कंट्रोल करते करते, दोनों करते करते कहीं ना कहीं इनको रियलाइज हुआ कि अब ये हमारे कोई काम का नहीं रहा। तो जो मानसिक स्थिति आप कंट्रोल करते हैं अपना कंट्रोल बनाने के लिए, उसी मानसिक स्थिति के गिरावट से वो किसी काम के नहीं रह गए। तो इसलिए ये दोनों मोटिव मेरे को समझ में आता है, जो कि उस दूसरे वाले में मानसिक स्थिति में उन्होंने डंप कर दिया, पहले वाले मानसिक स्थिति में उनका पर्पस सर्व हो गया। तो इसलिए दोनों तरह से अगर आप देखिए तो कहीं ना कहीं ये मोटिव खुलेगा बहुत जल्दी।
तो आप लोग संतुष्ट हैं अभी तक जो सीबीआई की जांच जिस दिशा में आगे बढ़ रही है उसे लेकर?
देखिए, ये जो आप अभी बता रहे हैं ड्रग ट्रेल वाला, ये तो कोई सीबीआई जांच में नहीं है, ये तो किसी चैनल ने खुलासा किया है। सीबीआई का हमको ये अंदेशा है कि जो अफसर उनमें चयन किए गए इस इन्वेस्टिगेशन के बड़े बहुत ही कॉम्पिटेंट अफसर्स हैं, इसलिए हमको अभी तक अंदाज है कि अच्छा कर रहे होंगे, लेकिन कोई हमारा डायरेक्ट संपर्क नहीं सीबीआई के अफसरों से कि वो क्या चल रहा है और उनके किस तरह का इन्वेस्टिगेशन चल रहा है या क्या उनको मिल रहा है इन्वेस्टिगेशन के दौरान। धन्यवाद।
All right, so that is the family lawyer of Sushant Singh Rajput, Vikas Singh, who's just spoken, and it's connecting, of course, the drug link here as well. Now, connected to that, remember, it is not the first time that such revelations have come. This is the WhatsApp chats, but on the other hand, there have already been references made to the personal life of the late actor, first coming from the cook Neeraj. He's crucial. He was the last to see Sushant Singh alive and also the first to see the actor's body hanging in the room. He had spoken and given a statement to Mumbai police. Take a look at this report because he had also spoken to India Today.
A star on the rise. A shocking death. And a sordid saga. As probe deepens into the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, India Today accesses a sensational inside scoop of Sushant's personal life. Actor's housekeeper Neeraj Singh, in an statement to Mumbai police, has spilled the beans on what happened just days before Sushant's death. Neeraj claims that he had rolled marijuana cigarettes for Sushant 2 days before the actor died. And after his death, when he saw the box which contained the drugs, it was empty. The man, Neeraj Singh, who is making this claim, was last to Sushant alive and the first to see him dead.
14 को मॉर्निंग को 14 जून को वो 6 बजे उठे थे उस दिन। तो फिर वो आए 8 बजे के आसपास, तो मैं उनके गेट से सफाई कर रहा था। तो सर बाहर निकले जैसे गेट से बिल्कुल, तो सर ने मेरे को बोला नीरज मुझे ठंडा पानी ला के दो। मैंने कहा ओके सर। मैं फटाफट भागता हुआ गया, मैं ठंडा पानी लेके आया, ठंडा पानी उनको दिया। देने के बाद सर ने पानी पिया, तो जस्ट मुझे गिलास दिया। तो देने के बाद बोला सब ठीक है ना, मामला नीचे। मैंने कहा हाँ सर सब कुछ ठीक है। ओके, हल्का फेस में स्माइल दिया। तो उसके बाद वो रूम पे चले गए।
On July 31st, when we spoke to Neeraj, he narrated what exactly happened on June 8th, the day when Riya left Sushant's apartment.
मेरे को बोला उन्होंने, मेरे को कपड़े पैक कर दो, ये सूटकेस में डाल दो और नीचे गेट पे छोड़ दो। मैंने कहा ठीक है, तो जैसा बोलते हम वैसा करते हैं। कपड़े पे डाल दिया मैंने पैक करके, और कपड़े भी थे उनके। उन्होंने बोला मैं बाद में आके लूँगी, ये कपड़े डाल मतलब डाल के नीचे रख दिए। तो मैंने पैक करके यहाँ रख दिया, तो मैंने चली गई थी।
In his statement to Mumbai police, Neeraj Singh has revealed that the actor would host parties once or twice every week at his residence where alcohol was consumed and marijuana cigarettes were smoked. Samuel Haukip was the person who would roll marijuana cigarettes for the late actor. In the last 3 days, Neeraj Singh had rolled marijuana cigarettes for the actor, and these were kept in a cigarette box kept in a cupboard near the staircase. After the actor's death, this cigarette box was found empty. India Today has accessed the statement exclusively, and the statement also reveals that Riya Chakravarti was very angry on June 8th when she asked Neeraj to pack her bags and left with her brother Shovik. Neeraj, in an interview to India Today, had not revealed this information, which has been accessed by India Today in a statement given to Mumbai police. With camera person Sachin Sawant and Sahil Joshi, this is Divyesh Singh in Mumbai for India Today.
And Sushant Singh's cook Neeraj has now been called again by the CBI. This is at the DRDO guest house. Sushant's cook is going to be questioned again. The one very crucial individual is going to be questioned again by the CBI. Since day one, he's been questioned. Also, there is a security guard, a watchman from the building where the late actor resided. And this building was the Mont Blanc building where he was last the resident of. Has also reached DRDO guest house. Watchman is already inside. Cross-questioning is also likely to take place today. So this is big news. Remember, he is the only one whose statement has been recorded from day one. He has been the one to say he was making marijuana joints as well for the late actor during parties and has seen the actor alive and after his demise as well. Mustafa Sheikh is at the DRDO guest house to get us all the latest. Mustafa, you are there. That's where the cook has also been called. Why the watchman has been called for questioning, and now today can we expect some level of cross-questioning to take place?
Well, Pooja, the security guard of that building has been called, which is a routine part of investigation when it's taking place to get and understand who and all visited the house of Sushant Singh Rajput before and after the incident, and who people were present and whether did he notice anything unusual. So that's why, as a routine investigation, his statement is required. As far as the confrontation is concerned, from what we are given to understand as of now, is that the CBI is yet to verify all the facts and statements which have been given by the support staff of Sushant Singh Rajput. Remember, these people, be it Siddharth Pithani, be it Neeraj Singh, Dipesh Sawant, they have been questioned many times, multiple times by CBI and their corroboration of statements is ongoing at this point of time. We'll have to wait and see what CBI's next move, because the team which had gone to Cooper Hospital is still there, and we'll have to see how the day's proceedings conclude. Back to you.
Also, Mustafa, can we say that perhaps it is the cook itself, Neeraj? He has no film links. He has nothing really to gain or lose in so many ways. And his statements from day one has been very crucial to the CBI, because he was the one who was responsible for food, for, as he said, he gave some juice as well to the late actor, and then, of course, saw the mortal remains.
Well, yes, even if there is no clue as to whether they are anywhere involved in this entire proceeding or not, but the CBI, if doesn't treat them as accused, they'll at least want to take their help, because be it the psychiatric, forensic or any other thing, these are the people who stayed with the late actor till his last moments. Nobody can give details about his life and the state of mind he was in better than these people, and hence it seems that CBI is more likely to use them to help them in investigation, because these people are always present. One of them is every time present at the CBI's this DRDO guest house, and it looks like they take help if CBI comes across any fact or any information which they have to verify. They ask the support staff whether something like this was happening, whether it's true or not. So that's the kind in which the investigation is progressing. But what is the role each of them played, and whether CBI thinks that the inconsistencies in the statement is on purpose or not, these are things will be clear in few days of investigation.
Important view you are making, that it is not even clear right now if there was any foul play, and why was the cook really involved, if at all there was anything that could get more suspicious if it was not suicide. Keep tracking all the latest. So now the cook has been called again. Stay on with me, because Mustafa, what we are discussing today as well, it's the day 6 of the CBI. Day 6 till now, Rhea Chakrabarti has not been called, but the CBI team has arrived at Cooper Hospital. They are going to quiz doctors also, apart from the cook Neeraj, apart from other people who have been questioned from day one. Sushant's autopsy will also be taken into consideration. Sources say CBI team is at the hospital to also take queries that have been raised by AIIMS doctors that are then examining the autopsy report. The autopsy is being analysed by a special team of doctors, because there are apparently some glaring lapses, especially on no time of death mentioned. Apart from that, Sushant's flatmate, Siddharth Pithani, being grilled for the 5th time. Cook Neeraj is being grilled for the 6th time. Both of them were present at the apartment when the late actor died. CBI sources are suggesting there were inconsistencies in their statements. All eyes, however, will be now on late actor's girlfriend Rhea Chakrabarti, who is yet to receive summons. But apart from all these eyewitnesses and suspects, there is a curious case. The curious case now of filmmaker Sandeep Singh. Why is he suddenly so important? He was claiming to be a very close friend earlier of the late actor. He had put forth social media posts as well, calling Sushant Singh as brother and how heartbroken he was. But the Central Bureau of Investigation and the Enforcement Directorate is now all set to issue a summon to him to grill him in this case. Sources are suggesting there are some transactions that the ED wants to probe further. While Sandeep Singh claims he was a close friend of the late actor, this is where the twist comes. According to call records, he did not make a single call on late actor's number since past 1 year. The family of the actor also making it clear that they do not know who Sandeep Singh has been. Remember, Sandeep had visited the hospital after Sushant Singh's death. He was the one to call the ambulance driver 4 times on 14th June when the actor, earlier by prima facie, seemed that it was death by suicide. But there was another call, again from his phone, to the ambulance driver on 16th June, and that is raising suspicion of why was this call made 2 days after the death. He's also spoken to BJP MLA Amit Satam to arrange, according to him, for the cremation ceremony on 15th of June. That also be questioned further. Remember, he has put forth images of him with Sushant Singh Rajput and when he was with Ankita Lokhande, especially during the television serial time. Mustafa is joining us for the latest on that. Mustafa, this is, I think, another aspect to it, because there were people from day one saying they are the closest. They know what the actor was going through. Now it appears they hadn't even spoken to each other, at least on phone, for almost a year. And then they land up on the death. Then there are call records that are suspicious. What are you picking up on this? How could he now be summoned?
Well, Pooja, what is important here is that when the case is being investigated thoroughly and the CBI is considering it as a re-investigation of the earlier case which Mumbai police had investigated, it is not, you can say, that impossible for anybody to be called for questioning. Sandeep Singh, whose name is now propping up, his call and his statement can make certain things clear if the CBI has doubts on him. But he may not be a close friend to Sushant, he may not be close to the Singh family. But the point is that if he was present at those last moments, because in some conversation of his, he had confessed that after Sushant Singh's mortal remains were removed from his house and taken to Cooper Hospital, he, along with Sushant's sister Meetu, had visited the flat, and the flat, you remember, is a very important place and for investigation purpose, for evidence purpose. So there are certain things on which there can be more clarity once his statement is recorded. Back to you.
All right, Mustafa, keep tracking all the latest. In fact, all our reporters have been there since morning, since days.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.